Where are you connected from? In which country? Which city? Turkey, USA? Let me know. Okay, in comments, just to know. I know Australia, some of you. I know USA, maybe most of you USA, because of most of my students are from the USA. Yeah, Dallas, I know that. I know UK, USA, Edwin, California, France. Oh my God, France, Julian. Yeah, Julian, you're already into our community, right? Just to situate yourself, okay? From UK, I have two cousins in UK. I don't know in which city they are. Payan from the US, Ken from the US, Michael Smith from Carolina, USA, Isidro, USA, Liz, Lel, oh my God, some number name, Leith. Okay, thanks, Leith. From the USA, I am from Colorado, Daniel Thyros from UK, Aya from California, Luke James, San Francisco, my friend, Mason from Kansas, Aumente, Montreal, Canada. That's nice. Joaquin from Germany, Astochina from London, Marek from Czechia, Alonso from Austin, Texas, I know, Isidro also, Taki, I know. Some of you I already remember where you are from. Okay, some of you, not all, but some of you. Okay, Isidro, Son, Yamidra, Maya, Bangladesh, my friend. Thanks for coming. Mike from UK, J from Valencia, muy buenas. I don't know who is J. ¿Quién es el de Valencia o la de Valencia? Linda from Inglaterra, Staffordshire. Oh my God, still learning English. Okay, so please, if sometimes you do understand myself. Montreal, Canada, Marlene, Roseman, and Linda. I have to say one thing, okay, and I love that. But for this meeting, it's the first time that they had a lot of women connected. Usually, I don't know why, and it's not nothing that I do, okay? It's because of maybe Facebook, Instagram, or whatever person is behind the platforms decide to which people show my videos. So that's amazing that I have here so many women, that's which I love, because of I want to share what I know with as many people as I can. So thanks a lot and congratulations, because so many people say that flamenco guitar is for men, and it's not true. Okay, flamenco guitar is for everyone who wants to play flamenco guitar. And by the way, there's amazing women playing guitar. So nothing to say. Always welcome, all of you. Also, do you listen myself? Nice, guys. I hope so. So let me know. Also, I'm going to be asking a few questions while people are joining. Now, I want to know, okay, how much time have you been playing flamenco guitar? So if you have been playing any other guitar before, also tell me, okay? But how much time have you been playing flamenco guitar? Let me know in comments. I want to listen to it. Okay, and I will share with you later what the structure of the meeting is going to be. But right now, I want to ask a few things just to know where are most of you, and also thanks to this, I will be able to help you as much as I can. Okay, Sam Calaitini 93, absolute beginners. Ajak PhD, beginning flamenco, classical for 49 years. Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay. Sasha Justice, be less than a month. That's great. I love those of you who've never played a guitar before. I love this because of yesterday. I was talking. I'm going to share with you right now. So some of the guys I will share with you later a few videos. Sometimes it's much better to play nothing before than having played you for some time and maybe have to change and correct some bad habits that we got from practicing alone. Okay, so if you have been playing for a month or never before, that's amazing for me, because we can create everything since the roots with no habits and not bad things already learned before. So Isidro, yeah, for 3 months, I already know. Juliana, 6 months, never played guitar before. That's awesome. Bring to 1 to 2 to 1 year and a half. Okay, self-taught. Okay, this webinar of today's webinar is going to be for those people, for everyone for sure, but I will focus more on what are the different habits that we get because of we practice alone. And it's also happened to myself a long time ago when I was just learning with some lessons, but not really taking care about my knowledge. Okay, so we will talk about it later. 1 year, Michael, playing for years but not very good. As Tochina beginner, Edwin electric for 4 years. Yeah, congratulations, man. I already know how good you play. Daniel Tyrus, I've been playing for about 3 years, averaging roughly 2 hours a day. That's 2 hours a day. It's really nice. Alonso from 1999. I was born in 1991, almost. To 2004. I haven't played Flamenco since then. Okay, I see. Gabor Kumuve, I played for 3 months using Juan Marin or Juan Martin method. Caterina, classical since age of 8. Oh my God, 8. And at the University Flamenco since 2019. And percussionist, that's amazing because of this rhythm background that you have. It's going to help you a lot on this flamenco journey. Okay, but you also compose, sound designer, and musician. That's nice. Kent, yeah, the bass player. Oh my God, bass player. Sorry. Yeah, Luke James. Yeah, 20 years ago, some lessons, but stop and now want to play again and currently. Thanks, man. Michael Storer. Michael from Bluffton, South Carolina, still string fingerstyle for 45 years. That's a lot of time. Nice. Sometimes I'm even a little bit shy because of if you came here after playing guitar for 45 years and I'm just 34 years old, sometimes I say, I can't really tell those guys something. I don't know. I began learning guitar by flamenco, by flamenco, 7 years ago. Mike Khan. Okay, hola Mario. So Egalo, good to see. Linda, beginner at guitar, absolute beginner flamenco. Okay, Ian, far too many years. Okay. Okay, Michael, you started in 2020. I remember that. Pierre played at college but couldn't after it to keep up again after. Okay. Aumente classical and electrical guitar for 35 years, 1 year more than I am old. Juan Martin, okay, thanks. Mason, 25 years death metal and then free flamenco. That's great. That's great. Great, guys. So let me know what are you working right now with the flamenco guitar. Okay, if you're working on something. Okay, I'm learning, for example, I know Gaborco, it's working on Juan Martin method. So what are you working right now? Which solo piece, which book, what are you doing? Okay. Also to knowing what you're thinking, because also depends on what you tell me what you're working on, I will also know in which moment of the flamenco journey you are. Okay. Carcassi, I love Carcassi stuff. By the way, I have its book here. I think so. Yeah, I bought his book long time ago. That's a really good method to work on. Yeah, Ian is one to Solea. I love Solea. Okay. Bulerias by Kai Narezzo. By the way, you can watch a podcast episode on our YouTube channel with Kai Narezzo some time ago, and I love himself. Really good person, artist, teacher, and I think that that's the only person, in my opinion, that I talked with that it's sharing flamenco more or less on my same way by my say experience. It's like we learned to play flamenco in Spain on shows, tablaos, rehearsals, touring with so many different artists, and then we decided to share what we know with people. And we were having a really good podcast episode some time ago, and I really want to talk with him soon. James Luke, can they talk a book, man? Thanks. Headwind, Basic Techniques. Okay, Proyecto B session. That's too much. Solear, rumba, alegría, tango. Be careful with this. We're going to be talking about it today. To play more not means to play better. I will tell you about this later. Okay. More years, classical guitar, Emilio Pujol method. Awesome. I don't have this book, but I know about Emilio. Michael Smith, scales, picouts, and negro rasgueo. Okay, we will talk also about it during the day of today. And I'm going to give you a question. It's scales, picouts, and negro rasgueo something I will no, don't worry. I don't want to tell some things before they have to. So I will tell you. Think about it. Scales, picado, technique, and rasgueo. That's good if you're working on that. But let's see later if it's really helping yourself or not. It's either working on basics. What are the basics? Ooh, that's a $1 million question, guys. Okay, so yeah, with your method on YouTube. Thanks, Juliana. Julian, you are already on the school community, right? Just to check that you are the Julian that it's already on school. Alzapua, my Rosea, focusing on Soleá and Alegrías. Really nice. I like this. I like it. Yeah. Okay, Julian, I'm working on my first ocho falsetas. That's great, Johnny. Really nice. Juan Martin. Okay. Oh, listen to Juan Talega and identifying the letters and style. Really nice, Mason. Really good job. That's something that we are always have to do, no matter if you are really pro or a beginner. Thanks, Proyecto B Session. You are Galo, right? Tú eres Galo, ¿no, amigo? Proyecto B Session, eres Galo. Just to know. Focusing on hand techniques. Be careful with this, Pierre. We will talk about it. Check this. Write down all those answers, okay? Okay. And now I'm going to make a funny question. Okay, I have everything here wrote down to don't forget anything because I got this ready with much hurt and love. So tell me, imagine yourself. Okay, imagine yourself sit down here and you are with your family or friends. If you pick up your guitar and start to play, leave me on the comments what are you going to play and what do you think that is going to be happening to yourself. So imagine yourself in front of family, friends. So let me know what are you going to play at this moment and how are you going to be feeling? What is going to be happening to yourself? Let me know. That's a nice question that I really want to listen about. Okay. Working on Paco Peña method from his Rotterdam days. Nice. Nice. I know that Paco was doing a session. Paco was my teacher at the conservatory for 4 years. Really nice teacher. I learned a lot from himself. Okay. Yeah, so as I told you guys, the last question. Yeah. I don't know which one is Sagrera's method. Okay, so let's try to focus around the meeting. Okay, we will do a Q&A moment after at the end of the lesson. So let me know what are you going to be playing for your friends and family and how are you going to be feeling. That's what I want right now. Alegrías or Soleá. Okay, I feel pretty comfortable from these palos. Playing solos is easy. It's playing with other people that messes me up. It's also happened to me. Okay, when we play alone, everything's much easier. To play with more people, it's the magic. I like it. Thanks, Michael. Thanks for always be here. 51 people. Taranta, and I will be feeling very Tarantish. Oh, I like the Tarantish. Hey, I want to write down the Tarantish word. I feel Tarantish. Oh, I like Taranta-ish. If we translate to Spanish, it's like atarantado or something like that. I like. Soleá, I'm feeling wonderful. Okay, Edwin, Johnny, rumba caminando por la calle. I like it. Tientos tangos en Miguel Poveda and Soleá, Mataranta. Oh my God, Caterina, that's nice. You have more repertoire than myself. Tientos tangos, Miguel Poveda and Soleá Taranta. Oh, that's great. Caterina, congratulations. Alonso Luján, I would like to play an aire andino of my own position. That's nice. Or something by Atahualpa Yupanqui. Oh, but pretty rusty with everything else. Okay. Proclivity to life. I would say play Soleá and gradually increase the speed to a Soleá por bulería. Nice. I would feel myself being carried by the compass and hoping the listeners are carried along. Nice. I like. And young, I will be very nervous. That's what I want to hear, guys. Okay. Be truth, please. Be truth. Mason, rondeña or tarantas? I like rondeñas a lot, also taranta. So I can calm down and not play bulerías way too fast and tense up. Good option. I like it. Luke James, playing Solearas and Farruca, feeling will be hoping there's no one there who is a real flamenco guitarist listening. Okay, that's also a good idea. And sometimes I remember myself when I was doing some flamenco guitar contest long time ago. It was like, oh my god, a lot of guitarists are listening myself, and all the judged are really guitar maestros. Was awful. As a total beginner, I'd be terrified, but maybe Pajarillo Verde because of it's easy to sing. Okay, I will also be terrified. Okay, Linda, not just yourself. No Siroco Tarantos, ok, Gallo, yo sigo con una alegría tuya que me ha parecido fantástica, que no lo hago igual que tú, pero pronto tomo fragmentos. That's nice. Try to take different small variations into small sections into the long section and work on it slowly. That's it. Parrilla. Oh, you're a really good friend of mine since now. Really good. Tarantos Granina Rondeña allows you to express yourself without having to worry too much about the compass. Really nice. And now Sif Milo, the last one, I would try to play Punta y Tacón and tell my audience there is no charge for my mistakes. That's also a good thing. Okay, really good thing. Okay, guys, that's awesome. 54 people. Really happy with that. Okay, so let me look my structure here. Okay, so what are we going to be doing today? What do I want to share with you? So most of you know myself for maybe 3 or 4 years, and we have been working together as students-teacher relationship for so many years. But some of you are new here, okay? But if I have to be truth, I gave my first online lesson in 2012. So since 2012 until now, so many things happened, okay? But the more important thing is that as much time you spend teaching people from all over the world, because if you see, I'm speaking English, I'm from Spain, I could be speaking Spanish, but I decided some time ago, long time ago, to do all my content on English because of I know that many people that are not Spanish speakers wanted to get access to the roots of the flamenco. So I was born in Spain. I was learning flamenco on the streets at the conservatory at the same time and trying to learn with my rehearsals, gigs, and different artists that I rehearse and work with. And when I combine all my knowledge, all the knowledge that I got after 15 years at the conservatory and 15 years on the street, I realized that both methods are nice, no? So it's really nice to know music theory, history, and know music and read music on the conservatory. But if you are using it with no using what you learn on the streets, on the juergas, on the artist meetings, you're not really doing flamenco. Okay, so what happened to most of you that live so far from Spain? So you're using a lot books, scores, tabs, courses, programs, YouTube, a lot of things that I use also. But this other side in which we work on our experiences, feeling, groove, swing, it's not really work on. Okay, let me know in comments if it makes sense for you. Okay, we'll be reading yourself. Reading yourself. Okay, guys. So today I want to share with you like really some of the three most usual mistakes that most of us are doing, even myself at home, when we spend some time with no teachers or we never had a teacher before. Okay. So we're going to work on those three mistakes. I will tell you which one are, how you can work on them, and it's actually the third one. I will be using the guitar and sharing my screens and everything to share with you how you can work on it, how you can correct it, and how you can, since today after this meeting, how you start to work and practice correctly. Okay. So this is going to be the first thing. Then, as I told you, the second thing, explain the third mistake, which is the main one, the one that you have to work on since now. Okay. And at the end of the meeting, okay, as I told you before on the chat and also on the emails, I've been working on a new flamenco guitar community since the last 7 or 8 months, since June, I think, of 2025. A community in which I put everything what I know inside. Okay. And since this morning, I changed everything. Okay. So many things are still coming and still will be happening really soon, maybe in the next week. Okay. But since today, I will be opening the doors of this new community for all of you. There is already 49 people inside, which are already my students before. So today is going to be the first time that I open the doors of this community, like officially. Okay. So that's it, guys. That's it. This is like the free moments of this meeting. So let's start with the first section of it, and let me know if you have any question, please, in comments. Let's start with the first mistake. Okay, of these meetings. Let me read. I will be sometimes stopping just to see if there is any question here. Armando Orozco. Hey, hello, Armando. Okay, Sasha, it makes sense. And Johnny. Okay, so let's go to the first mistake, which is, let me check. Okay, that's a really good one. Profe. You understand the word profe, right? It's teacher, okay? But usually people say in Spain, hey, profe, how are you? Hey, teacher, how are you? Okay, so you really useful situation. Hey, profe, yesterday I practiced 3 hours. Or yesterday I practiced 2 hours. Or yesterday I practiced 6 hours. Always I say, okay, congratulations, that's great. Okay, because it's not easy today with all the things that we have to do on our daily life to find 1 hour, 2, 3, or even more to practice. So for all of you here, I want to tell you something. Just with half an hour a day, you can do really amazing things. And you just have to go, once we finish today, go to my YouTube channel and check on the last 2 weeks that I have been doing live practice sessions here alone. And all of them are 30 minutes or 40-minute practice sessions. And this is enough for me, at least after all those lessons and hours here in front of the computer. These free 30 or 40 minutes practice routine for me are enough to stay fit. It's like when you do some sport, no? Maybe you cannot do gym every day, but at least I try to walk something every day just to stay in a good way of fit, no? I don't know how to say that in English. So what I mean, if you have half an hour a day, it's enough. If you have more than half an hour, that's great for you. Okay, but quantity not means quality. That's something that you have to record on your mind since now. Quantity, it's not quality. To play so many hours not means that you're going to be playing better. Because sometimes I see so many people practicing that are practicing something for 5 minutes and they are repeating the same mistakes for 5 minutes. So they are not playing better. They are playing more worst than were playing 5 minutes before. Because of if there is a mistake that you're not working or fixing, this mistake is getting bigger. Okay? Make sense? Let me know in comments. And that's something that happens a lot. Why? Because of you are practicing alone. There is nobody who is telling you, hey, this is not right. This is wrong. You get? Okay. So not to practice more, you will be playing better. Write it down on your notebook and put it on your wall in front of the place where you usually practice at home. So practice smart. And how you practice smart. So let's work on that also. Okay. But let me know in comments if it makes sense for you. Okay. That's it. Another thing, how to play again smarter and you really use in a good way the time that you have for practicing. Forget about theory, chords, harmony, history, everything, which is going to give you the key of the flamenco sound and be able to play flamenco to any person in 2 months with not playing guitar before. Is going to be focusing on repertoire. So as soon as we finish today, go to YouTube or send me a message on Instagram or Facebook or whatever and tell me, hey, profe, tell me a solo piece that I have to work on. Because of the solo piece is going to give you theory, it's going to give you chords, it's going to give you rhythm, technique, and everything. So some of you were saying at the beginning that I was working on the flamenco basics or on flamenco techniques. Be careful with that, because if you are focusing on flamenco techniques, you are not getting ready for playing flamenco guitar. Because if you are playing flamenco techniques by using this type of exercises, let me check. Let me change the color. Okay. If you're, let me know if you listen to the guitar correctly. Okay, so if you're working on techniques, and imagine you're working your picado technique with this. You're playing rasgueo like this, and you're playing thumb like this, and you're playing, you know what I mean? I'm working on flamenco guitar techniques, but by using techniques exercises. I'm so sorry, but your family don't want yourself to play this in front of themselves. Your family wants to play you this. And I'm so sorry, but guys, any of you here, and we are here 47 people, any of you can be playing this last exercise in less than 2 months. Why? If you focus on that. And if you focus on this last exercise, you're going to be learning, first of all, soleá style. Okay? The second thing that you're going to be learning, thumb technique. The third thing, you're learning the chords, because this sequence is going between F major and E flamenco, F major and E flamenco. So you are also learning harmony, chords, rhythm, because soleá is on a 12-beat measure rhythm typical of flamenco music. So why you get stuck on learning techniques, chords, harmony, rhythm, and then 6 months later than that, you start to practice flamenco? That not make sense, guys. Okay, and that's the biggest problem that I realized after 14 years giving online lessons. People want to know everything before they play, so let's play, guys. And right now I'm getting serious, but you cannot imagine how many people arrive to me or how many people I see on social media that ask myself stupid things about Mario, what technique do you want to, what technique you think that you have to, Mario, which course do you need to, man, start playing freaking soleá. So if you start to learn really basic soleá exercises, you will find the solutions of all those questions. But some of you are buying a lot of books, courses, programs, and I also sell programs, and that's great. We need that. But try to focus on repertoire. Okay? That's a really important thing. And even more if you don't have more than half an hour a day to practice. Okay? If you have more than 2 hours, okay, you can divide like half an hour on techniques to warm up and increase your techniques, and then the last 1 hour and a half work on repertoire. Okay, let me know in comments if it makes sense for you. If you think that it's not true, if you think that I'm wrong, maybe I can learn something new today. Okay, I'm always open. But after so many years, guys, and I also in some way use sometimes my students when I teach them to see what things worked with them or not. And I can tell, I don't know if it's Jason here, I don't know if it's Steve here, Jason Raymond from I don't know, Maine, Steve, also Eric, Elias. I was focusing on with those guys on repertoire on the last 3, 4, 6 months, even more than than a year with Jason. And when you focus on repertoire, you feel that on your blood. Why? Because of you start to feel that, hey, it sounds. It's not unique. It's something that I can play to my family, and even my family say, "Hey, Mario, it sounds nice. What are you doing? What is this? This is a soleá. That's nice." When your family, daughters, brothers, or family, whatever you are living with, say, "Hey, I like this. What's the name of the song?" That's the point. And for me as a teacher, when people tell me, "Hey, Mario, yesterday my wife asked myself, which is the song of that I'm working on. So it means that it sounds nice. Oh, I'm so happy." That's the thing, guys. Okay, that's really important. I need a beginner repertoire. There is a lot of beginner repertoire. Okay, Ajak, a lot of. I will share with you different songs and things at the end of the lesson. Linda, me too. One basic piece as starting. I will share with you this, okay? Look, makes sense. Recently started practicing the same sabicas falseta every day for 15 minutes to start to move on to another falseta. That's it. Okay. If you go back again to my YouTube video streamings, I was practicing the same falseta for 6 or 7 minutes and starting crazy slowly. Maybe I can play this falseta on 160 BPMs, but I started to play on 70. Why? Because of as much slowly practice as stronger and getting at home. Okay. Make sense? Guys, let me know in comments. Okay. Because we already finished with the first thing, which is not practice more means better. So you have to practice better and smarter and try to identify those mistakes that you have. And how do you identify them? By recording yourself. And all of the guys here who are into my community and into the academy knows how difficult it is to record yourself. By the way, Luke, I know, and also Edwin, I think, I know that I have a few videos still for give feedback to you. I don't forget it. I did not forget it. It's still on my list. That's it. Bring. That's my way of teaching. Okay, it's like Mario. I want to learn the chords. No, let's play, and then we will learn chords after we know how to play the chords. Okay, that's the thing. So the first thing, as I told you, not practice more. It's to practice better. If you have less than 1 hour, focus on repertoire 100%. Choose an easy solo piece to work on. So you can look for Juan Martin or Juan Peña methods. All of them has really beginner songs that you can start to learn that will give you harmony, chords, theory, rhythm, technique, and at the end, flamenco songs to play in front of anybody that you want to play. Okay, that's the first tip. Choose a solo piece. Work on a solo piece. I already have a lot of solo pieces uploaded to my YouTube channel. Okay, so go for them and work on that. Don't be in a rush. You need time to always get better, and you need time to improve for sure. But we have no rush to learn guitar. If you have rush, maybe you don't have to be here. Think about it also. Okay. Michael Smith, El Mariachi y Asturias falseta. Sonos en mi repertoire. Okay, Asturias, that's great. Okay. Juan Peña and Juan Martin. Yeah. And also there is another one. Juan Peña, Juan Martin, Juan Serrano also. Yeah, Juan Serrano also have an amazing methods. Okay. So the three of them have a lot of things really useful for beginners. Okay, so you can work on them. So let's go to the second thing, which we were already talking about it, which is buying books and scores and tabs. I have the tabs and the scores of all. Yeah, Juan Serrano Ayak. It's Ayak your name, sorry. Juan Peña, no, sorry, Paco Peña, Juan Martin, and Juan Serrano, sorry. Okay, Paco Peña, yeah. So yeah, buying the second thing, the second mistake, the second thing that you are doing not wrong, but that it's not really helping yourself. Okay, buying so many books and collect them on the shelf. Okay, let's talk about it. I have, when I'm teaching a solo piece to my students, I have the tabs and the scores for all of my songs, all the songs that I teach. But I don't give the score and the tab since the beginning. So what I do, and you will see later once that I show you the academy and everything inside, I record myself and I record myself teaching the full solo piece, really finger by finger and fret by fret, and really with no rhythm, to let you learn the music and the fingering by listening, and by watching the videos. Mario, but it's more slowly. We have no rush. And I want to be truth with yourself and with myself and share with you flamenco on the same way that I used to learn. Mario, but it takes to me much time to learn a song just by using the videos. We have no rush. What it's happening to myself when I teach a song to a student by using the tabs is that they forget about the videos and they just get the fingering by reading the notes and the tabs. Okay, 3, G, F, E, A. And when I tell them, hey, let's play that, they cannot live and play without the score. So you cannot be watching the score and express the rhythm. It's impossible. Okay. In the other hand, if I share with you a video on a really detailed way, and if you feel that it's so difficult for you, I will record that again to make it even more easy for you to learn. Maybe the first video is going to be difficult, the second is going to be easier, the third is going to be easier, but after 10 videos, you are developing a lot your listening and watching skills. And if you go back on the years, you just have to think about and look on YouTube, on Google, how flamenco was or so if I don't teach you how to express flamenco, I'm not teaching you how to play flamenco. I'm lying to yourself. Because of if I was learning thanks to the experiences and listening flamenco, I cannot teach you just by reading tabs or scores. Make sense? Okay, guys? I know that sometimes it's difficult. I know, but we are here to make my work as a teacher when I'm recording my videos and teaching students is to make your process, your flamenco guitar journey, as much easier as I can. That because of whenever a student needs something, I just have to record the video again, trying to make it more detailed to make himself or herself to learn on a better way. Okay, but don't use the tab or score if you are not even listening the song that you are learning, and that's the biggest problem. And I'm going to give you an example here, and I always do give the same example. Let's imagine that I'm giving you a lesson to teach you how to play Happy Birthday. Okay, because of you already know the rhythm of the song, because of it's on your mind, because of you have been listening to this song since you were a kid. Okay, as soon as you know the fingering, it's going to work on rhythm with the guitar. Why? Because of you have your rhythm in your mind. So if I'm teaching you soleá, bulería, alegría, or whatever, and you are not listening what you are learning, it's going to be really difficult for you to play at this rhythm. Why? Because of you don't know even how it sounds. And that's a 99% of the times what is happening for people who are learning a song from using a tab and a score. They are not even listening the song never before. And it doesn't make sense. So it's not flamenco. I'm sorry for that, but if you're doing this, you are not learning flamenco. You are learning the fingering of a song, but you're not ready or you're not getting ready for that. And we go back again to the first mistake. Not to play more means to play better. You can spend 1 year working on a solo piece, but if you, after 1 year, are still looking for the tabs, you're not practicing smarter and you're not playing flamenco. Okay? So, what I recommend on this situation, if I'm truth with yourself, forget about the scores and the tabs. Buy the books, okay? Because it's a good thing to have on the shelf. I have a lot. But if you're learning any song, tap on YouTube. How to learn Santuario by Paco Peña. How to learn La Romería, whatever. And find a tutorial, find a video in which you can see the hands, in which you can listen to the song. And this is going to really give you the process you have to follow. Okay. And that's because of my friend Johnny here, John Velasquez, is saying the 80-20. Okay. Listening the 80% of the times and playing the 20% of the time. Okay. Yeah, Milo. And if you see yourself, Milo is already part of the academy. Okay. He was working with myself on one of the most difficult songs that I ever listened and learned before, which is Guajiras de Lucia by Paco de Lucia. I know that he was using the score and the tab, so you can use them as a resource to check when it's not clear. Okay, but he was using my detailed videos every single week when we were working on a new part of the piece. Because of to use the videos, it's giving you the feeling of the song. So as soon as you are learning the fingering, it's going to start working on rhythm with no need of metronome, palmas, loops, or whatever, because the rhythm is on your mind. Remember the happy birthday method. So if you know the rhythm of happy birthday, as soon as you know the fingering, it's going to sound on rhythm. The same thing on flamenco, pop, jazz, blues, or death metal. Okay, whatever. Um, Steve Milo, yeah, Leith, gotta go. Thanks so much. My pleasure, Leith. And Katerina, agree. Lots of listening and internalizing and then breaking it down. That's a tip and the secret for myself. Okay, that's what I think. Any question until this about the things that we already talked before? Okay, don't get out from the topic that we are talking about. And I'm going to give you an example. Okay, I've just find this. Let me look for a song from Moraito Chico called Buleriando. That's a Bulerías by Moraito Chico. Buleriando. This is maybe. Let me know if you listen. Okay. Okay. Do you listen, right? I've just stopped just to know that you listen to the music. I'm going to give you an example of how important it's for me to be able to song what you want to play. That's a bulería that I learned really long time ago. That's a really famous bulería from Moraito Chico. And I'm going to be singing what he's playing on Spotify. I'm using Spotify on my phone. Okay, let me. Okay, now just tell me that you listen. Okay, I think so. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go. You know what I mean? So for myself, right now I know the fingering, okay, but if I want to learn the fingering of something, I have it on my mind. So and I'm right now I'm watching on my mind my fingers playing because I already know. But if I don't know, not matter because of as soon as I know the fingering, it's going to work on rhythm. Okay, let me know if it makes sense. And you can try this with any song that you like. Not matter if it's not with flamenco, could be with any other style that you want. Pop, rock, any riff that you like from any famous song. You cannot start to play on rhythm if you are not able to recognize it. Okay? That's the 80-20 rule. Listening the 80% of the times and playing the 20% of the times. If you're not listening, you're not doing all the work that you have to. Okay? Let me listen to yourself. Okay. Any question, guys? Sasha, thanks. Thanks, Luke. Okay. Ok, muy carrilero. Qué bueno que la clase en inglés. No puedo poner traductor. Ojalá pudiera. Y si hubiera alguna aplicación lo pondría, pero en este caso el contenido que hago en redes es todo en inglés. Ok, amigo. So, míralo por el lado bueno. Va a aprender flamenco y inglés al mismo tiempo. Todo viene bien. Hay que mirar las cosas con positividad. Okay, guys, so let's go to the third tip, mistake or whatever. Okay, which is using the metronome. Okay, let me know which of you are using the metronome here on the comments. Okay, it's not playing by ear, Mike. Okay, so you can combine. By the way, I combine, but for myself, if I want to learn a song, I need a video or at least the an audio, Spotify. I need this. So, and I know how to read music and tabs because I spent 15 years at the conservatory. But I need always an audio thing that they can listen to really understand how it works on the rhythm. Because for me, if I watch a score or a tab and I don't know how it sounds, it's like I cannot work on that. It's like I cannot do that. I need to listen to it. Okay. Okay. Nice, 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 nice. I like what I'm saying here, watching here. Okay, so okay, intentional listening. That's really important. You're completely true. I've never think about it, and it's completely true. It's not just to listen when you are cooking; it's to listen. So it's a work. So it's a thing that you can do when you are cooking. Okay, but not. So to listen is to sit down here and instead of spend 1 hour practicing, spend 20 minutes listening what you want to learn and then practice. Okay. Trying to feel more comfortable with the metronome. Okay, we're going to be talking today now, like for 20 minutes about the metronome. Okay. Trying to feel more comfortable with the metronome. So let me share with you guys. The I use the metronome only for practicing techniques. Only. So if I want to practice flamenco repertoire, I use different loops or Palma sequences. So you can go to Spotify, and there is a lot of them on YouTube, and there is a lot of them. And you can also go to the website of my friend Charlie, which is flamencoskills.com. He's doing an amazing work. And this is something that I use every single day. And he combines like a normal flamenco metronome with my metronome method, and that I'm going to be explaining now. Okay. So you can use metronome for techniques only, and flamenco loops or sequences for practicing repertoire. Okay, why? Because if you're learning solea, you need a 12-bit measure to know and uh, to know that everything is on rhythm correctly. In the other hand, if you are using a free four measures metronome, maybe you are doing one extra bit and you don't know. Okay, so divide metronome just for techniques on flamenco loops for repertoire. Sometimes, if I want to speed up a falseta of flamenco repertoire, I use the metronome to increase the speed. Okay, by using the method that I'm going to be sharing with you right now. Okay, so tap out the rhythm of the palos. Okay, so let's go directly to the screen of my iPad. 1 second, I don't want to miss anything. I'm going to share with you which app I use for the metronome. This is a tuner. It was here. 1 second, okay, guys. Metronome. This is. Let me know. I'm going to share the screen right now of the iPad, which is this one. Hey, you see the iPad, right? Let me know. You see the app? I'm moving it. Let me do one thing. I'm going to make it. Yeah, no, it's okay. I mean, if you listen, if you watch the screen, okay. So this is an app called Metronome Beats. You can watch the name above on the top left section of the screen. Metronome Beats. That's a free app. Okay, you have to pay nothing to use that. By the way, a good student told me that long time ago. Okay, really useful metronome. Like you can change the speed here, so you can select how many beats per measure you want, 3 beats, 4 beats, 2 beats, whatever. Okay, so you can increase and decrease the speed. So let's put, for example, 3 beats per measure. Okay, and now for me the most important thing here, and it's a most usual mistake, when you're using the metronome, you stay on the same speed for much time, and you don't have to. So you have to increase the speed of all your exercises every single day by using an app like this. And there is a lot of different ones who also have this type of way of working. Okay, so on this app, if you go to this button here, you can also download it on your phone. Okay, if you go here, for sure it's going to be in English for you, but here you have the increase tempo, aumentar el tempo. Wait, 1 second. So you have to turn on the setting, and you're going to increase one beat each 2 measures. For example, 2 measures. Okay, let me know if you see the screen right. I think so, right? Thanks. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Ajax. So right now I change the settings, and I'm going to be increasing one beat each 2 measures. Okay, so now I go back and check how when I play the metronome after two measures, it's going to increase from 106 to 107. Let's go. 107, 108. Okay, so you can see how it's increasing each two measures. So you can set it up and change. So usually, if you are learning something for the first time, you can set it on four measures, no more than four. Okay, so increase one measure, one beat, pardon, sorry, each four measures. So by using this method, you will be increasing the speed of all your exercises every single day. And that's the key. Don't stay on the same speed for 1 month. You don't have to. Again, we go back. To practice more not means to play better. To play better means to play better. Let me know if it makes sense for you, if it makes sense, okay? Because sometimes I'm talking in English by using Spanish sentences on my mind that make sense for me, but maybe not make sense for English speakers. So what's my method? My method is, let me share with you the screen now. Sorry for my letter, okay? Not a really, I don't have a really good letter, but I will try to make it as much clean as I can. So I divide my techniques practice routines, techniques, or when you want to speed up any exercise, no matter if it's techniques or repertoire, in three working zones, in three zones. So the working zone, warming up, working, and goal. Yeah, sorry. Warm up zone, the working zone, and the goal zone. Okay, you see the screen, right, guys? Just to know. So, sometimes when you are not saying nothing, I feel alone at the room. Just check that you see the screen, and you can see my iPad and see myself writing down with my pencil. Okay. Okay. Thanks, guys. So imagine that any of your exercise, okay, you are used to play this exercise, any one that you want, on 60 BPMs. Okay. That's your actual speed. Okay. So if I want to start practicing with the metronome this exercise, I don't start on 60 because it's too much. It's like your limit speed. So you have to go down. I always go down 20 beats. So I will start to practice this exercise on 40 BPMs. Okay. So once I start on 40 and I set up metronome beats up to increase one beat each three measures, I will be increasing the speed and I will arrive to 60 BPMs. Because if I already know how to play that on 60, okay, if I go down on 40, it's going to be really easy for me. So on this section, which is from 40 more or less to 50, more or less, okay, this is going to be my warm-up zone. Then from 50 to 60, this is going to be my working zone. So it's like I'm getting ready to arrive until my limit, which is 60. I'm working really hard here. Work zone. And then if after 60 BPMs, I able to reach until imagine 65, this is my goal zone. Okay. So right now, today, after practicing this exercise and starting from 40, I was able, imagine as an example, I was able to reach until 65. So right now, 65 is my limit, not 60. I increased 5 beats today, only one day. So what's going to be happening? Let's make now the example again, okay? So from 40, if I start on, sorry, if my limit speed is 60, today is Sunday, okay? So 60. Today, Sunday, I will start on 40. I will be increasing I will reach 60, and maybe will reach 65. So right now, this is my limit. So now I go back, and tomorrow, which is Monday, I will start on 65 as my limit, and will go down 45. So I will go warming up, working song, and maybe my goal tomorrow would be around 69. Now, once I reach 69, 69 is now my limit speed. So it's going to be here, 69. And on Tuesday, I will go down 40 BPMs to 49, and maybe we'll reach 72. Let me know if you catch the example. Okay, that's an example. Okay, but this happened, guys. So try this method for just 7 days and share with me what do you feel with any exercise, and how much time are you going to be increasing. So this process, how much time, Mario, how much time you have to be practicing and increasing the speed? It's not how much time. You have to stop when you feel that you are doing so many mistakes, because of, if we go back again, and as many times you practice a mistake, as bigger it's getting. So you have to practice and fix the mistakes. So maybe if you are going so quickly for you, this is not a mistake. It means that you are not able to play on this speed. So you need just time. Okay. So Miguel, yeah, from Johnny, from 40 to 60, it's going to be more or less warming up at the beginning and working at the second part. So around from 40 to 50, warming up, and from 50 to 60, working zone. And after 60, which is, if 60 is your limit today, after 60 is going to be your goal zone. Okay. Miguel, the first, when doing picado exercise with 16 or 8 notes, it's not, I cannot tell you the speed that you have to play, because of, I don't even listen or watch yourself playing. Okay. So I need to watch a video and see how your picado skills are. Okay, my friend. But any of you, and I also use that, you need to start any exercise about 40 or 50, no more than that, because of, you need time to get stronger on the exercise that you're working on. Okay. Let me know if it makes sense for you, this method here. Okay. That's it, Mike. I like practice with mistakes will mean play with mistakes. That's it. And the best way to identify a mistake is by playing alone. Sorry, playing slowly. Sorry, I was wrong. To playing slowly will tell you if you really know or not how to play something. Because of when we go quick, it works. But when we go down and we say, hey, I froze or no? It looks nice here, but just let me know. Do you see myself? Okay. Okay, all good. Okay. So, what it was? Okay. So, yeah, Mike, what you said. Practicing with mistakes means to play with mistakes. That's it. And the only way that you have to really work and fix those mistakes is by going slowly. That's the only way. And when I really want to, on the last days, you can go to my YouTube channel, and I also teach a picado. Let me share this, the other camera. That's an alegrías picado. Okay, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. For example, this ligado with the pinky was really difficult for me. I was not doing it clean, so I need to go back. Okay, so I can go quick. 1. And it's a rhythm. Okay, maybe for a live show, in a moment it works, but I'm not working correctly. If I keep working on this speed at home, I will making my mistakes even bigger than they are. So I have to start on 60. 1. still don't have the exercise ready for a show. Okay, so I have to work on that really slowly to make it sure that, hey, I already know that. So make sense, guys, for you? Let me know. Okay. Okay, for sure. That's really important point. PB 2251559. I don't know what your name is. Okay, but it makes much sense. So try to, if you want to, give the same importance to each node, unless you want to give a different importance for any node if you want. Okay. Yeah, look, it's already on my YouTube channel. I don't know which live streaming was from a few days ago, but it was there, and I already teach it at the end. Edwin, it's already working on that. I know. Don't worry, young. So maybe you can go out from the meeting and you can go and get back. Okay. Thanks, Edwin. You know everything, man. You are always on my live streamings. I really love this. Thanks, man, for always coming. Okay, guys, makes sense. So what we talked about. So the first thing, and let me go back to don't forget anything. Okay. So to play more don't mean to play better. Work on your mistakes. Fix them. Okay. If you have less than 1 hour a day, focus on repertoire, nothing else, because repertoire will give you harmony, chords, rhythm, techniques, repertoire, everything. Okay. If you have more than 1 hour a day to practice, you can create like a practice routine in which you work a little bit on techniques at the beginning, like half an hour, 20 minutes, and then you can work on repertoire at the end. Okay, that's the first tip, the first thing that we worked on today. The second thing, have a lot of books and read scores and tabs. That's good, but don't use tabs or scores as a main way to learn a solo piece. Use videos and listen the song that you are learning to. The 80-20 rule. Listening the 80% of the time and playing the 20% of the time. Okay, that's it. And the third thing is the metronome use. I use the metronome only for techniques and flamenco metronomes for practicing repertoire. Okay, so remember that we shared today the metronome beats app, in which you can set up the metronome to increase 1 beat each 3 or 4 hours, to obligate yourself to increase exercises every day, because of you have to increase the speed of all your exercises every single day. You're obligated to. If you're not doing this, you're wasting your time, and to play more, that means to play better. Remember this, guys. Okay. And then the third thing was a metronome, and remember the 3 different zones, like the warming up zone, the working zone, and the goal zone. Remember that if your limit speed on an exercise is 60, you cannot start with the metronome on 60. You have to go down on 40. Okay, like 20 beats more or less down, more or less. Galo, ese picado ya está en un directo que yo he hecho unos días atrás, explicado incluso. Ok. And that's it, guys. And that's it. That's everything that I was ready for today. Okay, we spent 1 hour and 20. Oh my god, I was talking a lot. You feel that it's too much or what? We're just 30 people, 38 right now. We were 50. Only 38 brave guitarists today. Let me know if it makes sense, guys. If you feel that it was helpful for yourself, if it was, or yeah, let me know. What do you think about what we talked today? Because right now, what I want to is to share with you like the new community, how it works, and hopefully you can join us. Okay, because I have a really special new gift for all of you. It's not a gift. It's like a good way for you to join us if you want. Maravilloso, Profe Ian. Yeah, finally I remember your name. It's not Martin Navarro, it's Ian. Ian. Makes sense. Thanks, Luke. Thanks, Michael. Edwin. Thanks, guys. Okay. Okay, so let me share with you the screen. Okay. Who wants to know what is going to be happening into our new community? Hands up, or give a fire, or give a something here. Let me know. Who wants to know more? Who wants to see and check our new community inside? See Edwin. By the way, I have to talk with you, Edwin, later about the new community. Okay. later on WhatsApp. Milo, okay, you're already in. Carlos, guitarrista GT, is also inside. Edwin is already inside. Luke James is already almost inside. Ian. Okay. So also, all of you who are already into the community did not check this because I opened all the different new content just 10 minutes before this meeting. So you're going to see like all the new community completely change inside. A lot of content is still we're still getting waiting for some new content, but it's almost finished. Okay, so what's going to be happening today? If you go to the community, you will see later when we're going to be doing it live. We got the 50 members last week, okay, and I increased the price of the community. Why? Because of I'm giving feedback every single day for 1 or 2 hours to all the people inside. I watch your videos, and all of you who are into the community and are here on the live streaming, you can tell to the guys. I'm giving feedback by comments, by recording myself. So people who don't have to pay for one-on-one lessons have the opportunity of get feedback from myself and the rest of the people inside to grow up with people that are in the same situation as you. And since I opened this community for the last, I think, 6 months or since June of 2025, people that have been studying with myself for the last 3 years improve more in 6 or 7 months than never before. Why? Because this community gives to me the opportunity of watch yourself every single day that you record yourself. Because guys, you have to record yourself. No matter if you are a student with myself or you are just playing alone, you need to record yourself to see how you sound. That's really important, guys. And that's something that was really difficult for me when I was a kid. But once that you start to record yourself, everything is changing. Okay, so this community, with to those of you who don't know, it's giving you the opportunity of upload your videos, okay, get the feedback, and also at the same time get likes on your post. And by receiving the likes, you are upgrading the level into the community. And by upgrading the levels, you're also unlocking new courses and exercises. Okay, let me know in comments if they make sense, if you understand. So really easy process. You join, you start to watch the exercises, you start to practice, you record yourself, you upload your videos, you receive the likes, and by practicing, recording, uploading, and receiving feedback, you will get the likes and you will be unlocking new videos, exercises, and courses. Let me know if it makes sense, okay? Okay. Stephen Milo, that's it. And you know, Stephen, you already know that because of you recorded yourself a lot on the last 3 or 4 months. Okay. So if you go to the community, and I'm going to share with you right now. Let me share with the screen. You're supposed to see the community here. Okay. So here, I will share with you the link later. Okay. So you can join if you want. You can see how, if you go down, the price of the community is 67 a month. Linda, so you don't have to feel embarrassed because of we're all of us here to share our progress and play and practice and share with the people what our flamenco journey is. And the most, for me, beautiful thing, and that I can be truth, the most beautiful thing for me was to be able to see all of you playing. So once that I discovered this community and we started to post and create all the content inside, I was saying, hey man, I am able to watch my students play. Because usually on the one-on-one lessons, you have to pay a one-on-one, which is sometimes $60, $70, $60 an hour. By this way, you pay so much less than this. And you give me the opportunity of watch yourself and also get feedback from a lot of people. So you are not here to show us nothing. You are here just to share your progress and make your flamenco journey not alone, which is the most important thing. Okay, so don't feel embarrassed, Linda, because I'm really sure that whatever you do is going to be great. And for myself, I'm looking forward to see you playing. Okay. So let me share with you. So here you have the community. Right now we are 38 people. So you see that the price here is $69 a month. And today I will be changing it for 3 days. So since today I'm going to do live pricing, subscription. I'm going to be changing this from $69 to $29 a month, or let me check the pressure, $190 a year. Let me also change here the price here. It's going to be just from today, Sunday, until 12 midnight on Wednesday, Spanish time. Okay. So, and now let me share with you what you will find inside. Okay, which is for me the most valuable thing. For those of you who are like Edwin, Julian, and another person more who joined last week, we have to talk on private soon. Okay, later. Don't worry. So how you want to start? So I will leave the link here. You will see the link here on the chat. You're supposed to be able to click. And let me share with you how it looks inside. This is the about page. Once that you click, you will arrive here. So let me do one thing. I'm going to start and check this as incognito. And you will see how you want to join for 29. Okay. So you leave your name, email, and everything. Okay. Once that you leave your main name, emails, and everything, you have to select monthly or yearly. So if you choose yearly, you will also have not just the discount from 69 to 29. You will also have the 50% discount on the yearly access of the 29 plan. Okay. So let's go back and let me share with you how it looks inside. And let me organize it by date. So here you have the link. Okay, Linda, I will share with you how you can start since today. So the community, this is where you upload your videos. Here you see Francois, Steve, Thomas, 2 days ago, 4 days ago, 4 days ago. Hey, Julian is here. Thomas, 5 days ago, Michael. You're uploading everything, and check here how once that you put your video, everything is giving feedback and leaving the comments. So if you go back, you see how, for example, let me check any comment because I spent the full weekend out and I did not give some feedback. But here, you see myself, for at this case for Steve, I'm even doing feedback, not just with talking or writing down something. I'm giving feedback by creating a video of myself playing. Okay, every single day. That's a community, nothing else. Okay, that's really clean, really clear, and nothing else that you can watch. Okay, then the classroom, those are the courses, and that's what I changed completely. Okay, so you will learn later which is this guy inside. You will learn once that you join. Okay, so this is the first step. This is a course in which you have a lot of different sections. Welcome, how to get the exercises, level up activities, the live events, winner of the month, the glossary dictionary, playlist, the first exercises, a lot of things. Okay, so you will unlock the different courses. Have a check. Module 1, Module 2, Module 3, Module 4. For example, Module 4. You have this one. What is not looking? Let's go to Module 3. Yeah, here. A lesson, harmony lesson. Okay. Soleá, and the first exercise, the next exercise, and other exercises, everything is here. And what you get here, the structure. So you don't have to spend time by watching on YouTube and looking for YouTube, anything. Everything is here organized. So if you don't know how to use the metronome, check using the metronome. I create a full course just about how to work on the metronome. Everything clear. Exercises, practice routines, a lot of things that you need to know to work with the metronome on the right way. Okay, so here you have the 9 modules ready for all of you. Okay, let me know if you have any question. So here you have the first step that you have to go to check the first lessons. Here, this is a monthly challenge. I explain this here, how it works. Sorry. Then there is a flamenco dictionary inside, okay, in which you can find different flamenco words, depends of the letter, okay, letra, falseta, palo seco, tablao, and you can also even add your words, because the idea here is to create a flamenco dictionary with all of you in the future, okay? So you can join us, click here, you can leave your name and the word that you want myself to look for, and it will create like the definition of the word for you, okay? Then the calendar, we have a session every week, a group and live session every week, okay? So Alonso, on the classroom, you will find from level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, you have a full solea solo piece, okay? Once that you get to level number 7, into number 7, you will have a full farruca solo piece. Number 8 is going to be a zapateado from Esteban de Sanlúcar, which is another solo piece. And level 9, I'm still thinking of what to do. Okay. So, but into the live sessions, you can ask anything that you want, or if you are even working on something else at home, you can post your videos here, and you will get feedback from myself and the rest of the guys. Okay, Alonso. So we're working on a solo piece of solea from level 1 to 6. Okay. Or level 7, a full farruca. Level 8, a zapateado from Esteban de Sanlúcar. And level 9, still thinking about it, okay, because it takes time to arrive. So that's the calendar. Remember that we have a live session every week with all of you. Then here you have the members. So we're right now 49. So you have to talk with Robin, Julian, and Edwin, then on private, okay? So we are 49 people from all over the world. not all over. So many: Europe, Spain, Morocco, United States, some Mexico, and Miami here. Okay, and here there is a thing in which you can see how many likes the people receive. So we're not here. This is not a contest. At the end, you need the likes to. Yeah, the live sessions are included. It's a half an hour session, okay? This is not the boot camps, okay, Alonso? Maybe we can talk later, okay? This is a community for all year. Because for me, if I'm in $190, you have a community in which you get feedback for a full year, okay? With a lot of people, teachers, and a lot of content inside, okay? That's only 190 if you join the yearly, or 29 if you join the monthly subscription, okay? So let me share here the link. So you are asking from me, okay? It's supposed to work, right? Yeah, it's working. yeah, because the bootcamp is something really difficult, really different. Sorry, I will share with you why. So that's another word. As I told you, we're not here, and this is not a contest, okay? This is something that you can do to know how many likes you are getting and if you're really posting or not. So the only way that they have to teach you is by knowing how you play. So you need to record yourself to let me watch yourself, and also it's going to give you likes to increase the level and unlock the different exercises that you will get. Okay, so if you go again to the classroom section, as soon as you join, you will have access to the module 1. Once that you post and receive 5 likes, you will unlock module 2. Then once that you receive some likes, you will unlock the module 3. And this is the same sequence until the module number 9. Okay. Let me know, guys, if it makes sense, if you understand, if you have any question. Okay. Because right now I'm done with it. Okay, more or less. I I share everything with you. 1 hour and a half. 1 hour and a half. Oh my god, that's too much. Let me know, guys. Let me know anything that you want to ask. Edwin, see you. We have to talk, okay, Edwin, later. And by WhatsApp, maybe better to make it easier. Mm-mm-mm. The full year it's $190, $190 US dollars. Okay, so you can, if you go here, Mike, to this link, Michael, sorry, you can check, but it's going to be $29 a month or $190 if you join the yearly subscription. You can also change, so you can start with the monthly and then change to the yearly. That's another option. Okay, bye, Katerina. Have a good day. There is someone who just joined. Yes, we have to talk also, Luke, later. Okay, my friend? Have a good day, Sacha. Bye-bye. Good to see you. Okay, so if there is nothing else to ask about, guys, we are finished. Think about it, guys. You will also be receiving some emails from now until Wednesday. Yeah, right. Wednesday night, my time. So, no, Kent. So, if you already joined, I think that you joined some time ago, right? So, it's everything included for you until you have to pay the next year. Okay. Okay, Alonso, we talk later, man. Bye bye, Bring. Eumente, gracias, Mario. Ken, see you, man. Okay, guys, so let's finish for today. If there is nothing else to ask, I will see you soon, guys, and you will be receiving some emails. And thanks a lot for coming. And thanks a lot for spending some time with me today. Okay, guys, have a good day. Thanks a lot for coming and see you in the next video sessions. Bye bye.